grabbed a squirrel by the tail and threw it against the tree. Let's do this shit. My next one is called The Looter. I came home from looting and found my neighbor Albert reclining in the Barca lounger I'd looted the day before. He was drinking some of my looted beer from my stolen mini fridge and eating some peanut brittle that my mother had sent me for my birthday. "Anything good left on those fine streets of ours?" he asked. I looked out the window. There were still fires nearby, but they were smaller ones than the last few nights. They looked like they'd been set mostly for warmth or kebabs. "It's getting pretty picked over now," I told him. I unzipped my rolling suitcase and unloaded today's take. I'd spent most of my time in a Radio Shack, but I'd scored all the good stuff from the basement of this Polynesian restaurant. A bunch of these ceramic cups that looked like Easter Island statues. "Jolene's leaving me," Albert said. This was not news to me. Last night, after I'd drugged the recliner inside, I'd found his wife, Jolene, naked in my bed. I did not know how these two kept on getting in here. What I needed to loot most was a new fucking deadbolt lock. "I thought you might be interested in some fun," Jolene said. Jolene was older than me, but she did not look it. She had not lived a hard life of looting, with all the charred buildings and the angry people with the aluminum baseball bats. She curled her foot now and put it on my thigh. "I have a very strong moral code," I said. "What does that mean?" she asked. "It means I'll steal anything, except other people's women," I told her. There were sirens now, and the sound of them was getting louder each hour. Both Albert and I agreed that their noise was probably progress, that in a couple days there would be bulldozers, and then a couple days after that, the owners of sub shops and shoe stores would go over to the banner shop and buy some sort of banner with an exclamation point. "What are you going to do about Jolene?" I asked Albert. "Probably beg her to come back," he said, "then treat her like she thought she deserved." I did not know what to say to that, so I went over to the kitchen and poured him a glass of bourbon and handed it to him. I stood there and watched him swirl his glass around in his hand, put it up to his nose, and take a whiff. He knew this was the good stuff, the expensive kind from the beveled glass bottle, the stuff that had actually gone out to a real store and bought. Thank you.